The 5Ds era brings us another tech archetype onto our doorstep in the 5Ds era. And today we have the Stygian archetype used by Ushio once again. And this is a 4-card archetype based around fiend monsters, and again, it's a 4-card archetype, so it is considered a tech archetype, and it's also considered a tech archetype because these monsters have pretty nifty effects which can be used in other fiend-based decks as tech options. So yeah, let's get started with our first card, the level 1 Stygian Security. It's a Fiend Tuner level 1 with 100 attack and 600 defense, and if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon one Fiend type monster from your deck. So yeah, this is this back in the day was actually a legit and good card to use in any basically any Fiend deck, because it wasn't limited to tuner monsters. You could special summon literally any level 1 Fiend monster you desired at the moment, which made it a somewhat one-off staple or two-off staple in Infernities, since they can use this thing to summon Mirage very easily, or even Avenger, in order to produce some massive field advantage if they summon Mirage, of course. So yeah, also it's a level 1 tuner. It can be special summoned with 1/1. Special summons another copy of itself if needed, if necessary. So yeah, this is actually a really nice card to consider having. So yeah, Allure of Darkness, target, all that jazz. However, not the same praise can be applied to Stygian Street Patrol, which is their next monster, the level 4 with 1600 attack and 1200 defense. And if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original level of that monster in the graveyard times 100. You can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon one Fiend monster with 2000 or less attack from your hand. So yeah, the first effect of this card is not good. The attack points of this card are way too low to be able to do any kind of damage. And most of the time it's gonna be the damage is gonna be from 100 to 400 points, unless you crack it up with Moon Mirror Shield and ram into some kaijus, if you prefer to run them. But yeah, this thing is actually a decent staple in, again, Infernities and other Fiend-based decks because of its second effect, since the attack point criteria in order to summon said fiends is very high. The fiend can have 2000 attack points at most, which is actually a very nice attack value. I mean, you can special summon another copy of this thing, but you probably won't be doing it. You'll probably be doing it to summon another bigger beater. So yeah. Now, this archetype really kicks into overdrive when we talk about their next monster, the level 5 Synchro Stygian Sergeants. It's a level 5, like I said, with 2200 attack and 1800 defense, requires a Fiend Tuner and any or more non-tuner monsters. And when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can have this card gain 800 attack points until the end of the battle phase. Also, this card can make a second attack in a row. So let's sum it up. This is a level 5 one that can turn into a 3000 attack beatstick and attack twice. I think I've said enough. Well, actually, not yet. You can also equip this thing with Twin Swords of Flashing Light thrice. Yeah, then you'll be able to like attack an additional time, I think, at least, because I'm not sure if Swords of no, not Swords of Revealing Light. The Twin Swords of Flashing Light tries overwrite the ability of this thing of being able to attack twice, so it attacks twice all the time, no matter if Twin Swords are equipped or not, or if the swords are stack onto this thing's effect, which in case of the latter would be the following scenario: if you equip Twin Swords, this thing will lose 500 attack due to the Twin Swords effect. It'll be a 1700 attack beatstick. You can basically use something like Mage Power to bump it up to 2700 attack, so you're not at a minus. And then you attack once, now you have a 3500 attack beat stick. You attack twice, and you have a 4300 attack beat stick, which with an additional attack, of course. So yeah, I could probably experiment off screen and then put it in the description or comments how the experiments turned out. But if the latter is true, then this is actually a very formidable boss monster for Fiend type decks. So yeah, definitely run a couple of these in your Fiend based Synchro decks. And the last card is Stygian DIRGE, a continuous trap card which allows you to reduce the levels of all monsters your opponent controls by 1. Never do I see a card that screams pointless as hard as this one. The only purpose of this thing ever existing is to blow up level 1 monsters, so yeah, basically a counter to Mech Lords. Nothing else. Alright, grades. Okay, since this is of course a tech archetype we're talking about, I'm actually going to give both consistency and versatility a 2 out of 3. And I'm actually going to be generous and give power a 2 out of 3 as well, since Stygian Sergeant simply exists. So yeah, everything else gets a 1 out of 3 because this isn't basically a very big archetype with lots of support cards to help out in all those aspects. So yeah. I'm doubt that these things will get some new support because again, they were a one-shot archetype which was used briefly in one duel by Ushio. It was the duel where Aki got her D-Wheel driver's license. So yeah, street patrols, everything. You have to have your driver's license and everything. So yeah, kind of a niche symbolism there. But anyway, yeah, that was it for Stygians. Next time we have another very stretchy archetype to be introduced into the series. You'll see what I'm talking about soon enough, that being tomorrow. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you for more walkthroughs and updates. Comment, like, and subscribe. And as usual, I'll upload the next vid whenever I can. See you all, have a good day, and peace.